Okay, boys and girls, early morning. Going to be looking at the gold trade, but first of all, I need my coffee. About to go into market with the surge. It's coming off the level as we speak, so I'm actually just going to drop an order in right now, and I'm going to put it in at 50p. Boom. That's in. I'm going to drag it down to approximately here. Now I'm going to drop it down into 15 minutes to monitor. Now, where we are with this, if I pull this down, if you remember, we started this just simply because of some of the comments that was made. And I wanted to use May just to do the account to get it back to a baseline. So you hit 500 as the baseline, then we're going to harvest profit. Now what harvesting profit means is I'm going to start filling up the wallet inside Black Bull, and that's the account we use. And if you want to follow the journey, there's a link below, and if you use the link, it goes to a landing page with my face on it, because there's a few extra bits and pieces. You get 500 to 1 leverage, that sort of thing. Anyway, then what we're going to do is we're going to look to build up the wallet to 250, and then every time it hits 250, take it out. So we're using that really as just a tool. We're not bothered about building the account up. We're bothered about getting money into the wallet that we can withdraw. Then that becomes real. Okay. Now from here, you can kind of see where we're up to. We did quite well the other day. I mean, I was a bit naughty before the bank holiday because we've had the bank holiday break and one thing and another. I used the FOMC on a night time to build up the pot a little bit. Now, I'd already been doing this on a single trade per morning, and because I restarted it, okay, I cheated a little bit by going in on a news event, but I'd already shown that it could be built on the morning trades, built it back up. We're now pretty much close to 500 quid. We back to just morning trades on this account, and that's all I'm going to do. Its running rate is 95% on 74 positions. I can live with that. They're not all winners, guys. You can't win them all. But my losses aren't too bad. Okay. And that's the profit that we've made. And we're running at 50p a position, which is our max bid. Okay. So just move that out to one side. And we'll come back to that in a moment. And we'll just have a look at the trade. Now, I just put up the toolbox. There we are. It's running. We actually only need to do 92p per day. But what I would actually like to see is I want to see if we can actually hit the 500 today. So we're pushing it out a little bit, but we don't have to go merry mad. So what I could do is I could even push that all the way down to there, because what we're looking at, if we look at this from a short term, it's that initial sort of explosion of movement that we're after. It's on a reasonable movement to the downside, found a level, it's holding under the moving average, so therefore downward pressure is in it. Now if I actually go to my strengths and I pull this up and I pull this across, now I've already done this for the guys, it's not looking good in the sense that there is a lot of indecision in this market today. Huge indecision. And the only thing I've got is selling that I can see. So it's sells that I'm looking for. But if I look at the bigger picture, where's the US in the market? Well, the US is pretty darn low and it's lost a lot of ground. So in theory, if the US is going down, gold will start to move up. But because we're in odd markets at this moment in time, I'm kind of taking that with a pinch of salt. Oops, switch off my alarm. Taking that with a pinch of salt, because gold, how do you put this? There'll be a lot of short sellers in gold at this moment in time, but their stops will be constantly getting hit because they'll be too tight, which will actually inflate and push the price up. But there is a tussle going on at the moment, and as we know, everyone's telling you there's going to be a crash. I do think there's a one coming. There has to be a correction, and there hasn't been a one for a long time, and everything is so high. You know, you got S&P 500 higher than it's ever been. You've got FTSE DAX, they're at ridiculously high levels. So the question is, when is it coming? Well, the answer is I don't know. Nobody does. But one thing I'm for sure, it's coming. The question is when. What I've done with my sort of Vanguard, my sort of bulk account, where you see me put the profits into, which is riding very high, is I've actually sold everything in the S&P 500 and the all cap and put it over into a gilts bond simply to protect it. And now I'm going to start paying money back into those funds so that I can build it up, and I'll dollar cost average into the new position. So this is coming down just nice. Quite happy with that. Keep half an eye. As soon as that cracks over a 5, I'm going to probably pull this out. But if we look out at the hourly, we can see the move that I'm working against, which is this one here. Now, there is a bigger move behind it, which is this. But for this morning, it looks like it's going to be retracing against this. That's come up. It's held its position under the 50 levels, telling me it's short. It's danced around this blue line. It's got under the blue line, got under the moving average, showing signs that there is a downward move. Down here is the next key level. And then if I look to see how this is working, well, it started there, got up to approximately this. Well, there's your 50% mark, which is a good target to work to. And then see what comes first, whether it's a 5 or that mark, because it might just slam down. Now, if we drop it down into here, this is showing signs that it's a little bit scary. Okay, it's very stretched, but we can see pressure coming into the market as well. You can see that with all the reds, nice big chunky thump down for maybe 15-20 minutes. It's almost there. There's its first testing point, which is the 38. Come on, let's get this over. What do we want? We want about a 5. Bit more than 5. Boom, there we go. That's it done. Our balance is now 597. You can say, well, if you're moving there, big Scruff, you can get you more money. You get on with it, yeah, Scruff. Get more money. No. That's what's called gambling. What I've just done is called planning. Different thing. So put that into there. Drop that on. So it's 495.41. Drop that back. Start looking at this 50p, and what did we get? We got 556, and it's actually stalling on that 38. Now, if it can easily push through, but you can see how powerful these fibs are. It stopped bang on it, so it's actually right to probably pull the money. 556 was what that was. It's gold. System that I use on this is GoldenEye. It's pretty much always GoldenEye. Short. I'm good. And I'm looking for the morning surges. Okay, so that's it. We're now into a position where we're getting this ready for when this account technically starts properly again on June the 1st. I just wanted to use the last sort of 10 days or whatever to rebuild this up. So it started at 200 quid again. Started at £200 here. And we've done really well. Now, I have done it on purpose. I have pushed the limits out a little bit. And I should have only been trading at around 20p because of the balance. But I wanted to catch up. A little bit of over leverage on the position size. But I knew what I was doing while I was doing it, and I explained that in the other videos. So now we're up to speed. I'm quite happy. And yes, I was right to pull at the time. So that's the essence of what we do. You get in with a plan, and your plan, it can be monetary, it can be pips, it can be from point to point, whatever, it doesn't matter. With this, for me, it's a monetary target, and it's actually only about 90p a day to fall in line with what I need, and you build up your account that way. Now, the trick now for me is not to touch this again today, and I won't. And that's how I run multiple accounts, because this account is done between 7 and 8 on a morning. Well, I actually start about 6, but I'm setting others up. Get my strengths done, get a good look overview of the market, the news, etc., etc. Between 8 and 9, I'm either having a Zoom meeting with the guys, and I'm looking to see what I'm going to be doing at 9 o'clock for my wage account. And before 9, so between that hour, for all, I'm looking to see what product I'm going to trade. I'm also putting in pending orders for longer term, things that are on 4-hour charts and daily charts. They just put to one side and forgot about, and then I only have to concentrate on getting my wages. And then when my wages is done, I'm finished for the day. I'm normally done by 12 o'clock every day. In fact, a lot of the time I'm done by 10. Beauty of what we do. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.